Hi kids, welcome to Terry on Tuesday, sponsored today, not really, by my nice hat because it's a bad hair day and it's very cold, even though it's sunny. So the back door's open, it's Sunday afternoon, and as you can see, chaos. Lots of chaos. I had so many things I need to talk to you about and show you, so let's just get on with it because these videos end up being half an hour long, sorry about that. Anyway, first things first. Nerf Ship. The Nerf Ship, as you remember, used to be orange, and now it's pretty much finished. There's little bits left to do. I did not paint this guy. I've added, there are a couple of extra details and detail on the canopy and some little greebly bits and stuff that I haven't added. My mate Andy, who made the off-world ship, he's finished it all off for me. He's added some extra bits. He's put the decals on, little stickers and stuff. Painted the canopy, put some extra little bits, including these cool little blue, you don't know if you can see them, blue sort of nacelle type things there. He's added a bit more detail on the underside, painted it and weathered it. I have added the red stripes. I just felt it was a bit white and flat, so I've added some red stripes, which everyone is like, oh, it's a bit Battlestar Galactica, isn't it? And yes, I guess it is. It does look a bit like a Viper. It's a bit snowspeedery, a bit one-man fighter, nice and battered and beaten up. I like that. I'm going to do a little bit more painting on him. So he's finished the back off. I'm going to darken the inside of, I've already painted the inside of these two engines. I need to darken the inside of that one and add some more scorching and scoring and darkness and stuff. Bit of a colour wash possibly, and then a coat of matte lacquer to finish it off. And as I've said a long time ago, it weighs quite a bit, it's about half a kilo. This will be, if anybody wants it, that should go forward, shouldn't it? If anybody wants it, basically make me an offer, because a lot of work's gone into this from myself and Andy. This will be helping to raise money for the Bloody Students film, which is not admittedly a sci-fi movie, but people like sci-fi stuff. People love scratch-built ships. It's made... If you don't know, this is made, the reason it's called a Nerf Ship, it's made from 2 Nerf guns. At least 2 Nerf guns. One of them was split in half and, you know, stuck together to look symmetrical, and a load of other bits and toys and plastic bits and whatever. So it's completely unique, doesn't exist anywhere, it's not based on anything. Although it does look a bit Battlestar Galactica, I'll give you that. But it's a nice sort of fighter. The canopy does come off. It's on there tight at the moment, but it does come off. I don't know if you could sit a character in there. You might be able to fit a person in there. I don't know, a little figure. But still, that is the Nerf Ship. He's pretty much finished. Like I said, I'll paint a few more details. I'll darken those vents and other little minor things. I've painted some silver damage. You look around those little rectangular plates there around the edges of the plates, silver there. A couple of little silver panels like the triangles on the front. You can see those triangles there, they're so silver, and these 2 greeblies on the front here. So he's basically finished. That's the Nerf gun done and dusted. I just throwed him out the door there. Anyway, so that's that. Let's put him somewhere not really safe. Okay. Marvin now. As you probably saw, Marvin's torso box, I'll drop a picture up here. Marvin's torso box arrived yesterday. My friend Mark kindly cut the holes out for the arms and the head, etc. Unfortunately, he's a wee bit too tall, which I gathered that anyway, because the actual box itself was not custom made, it's a planter. It's a fiberglass planter that you get either side of an elevator, or a lift if you're in England, you know, with plants and stuff in it. But it was the right size. It's 350mm square. It was a little bit too tall, but I got to take about 100mm off the bottom in order to fit the front and back plates on, which you'll also see here. I'd be doing a lot of work, as you can see on the table, of the hands there, and some handlebars and lots of spraying, obviously, that kind of stuff. So today, what I'm doing is trying to finish off the upper arms before I start chopping the torso down. So the upper arms are pretty much ready to go. I've painted the outsides black as they should be. There's a lot of metal detail to go on there, but I'll do those later. There's some chrome detail to go on the circles there. But basically what happens is... What happened? The arms are connected to this giant mounting, or I don't know what to call it. It's a platform or something, and it goes on like that because with Marvin, it's not that the arm that swivels, it's the entire thing that swivels. So this will swivel on the Lazy Susan. So, sorry Susan. What I've been doing is, where's the other platform? Where's the other platform? Where is it? I'll just have to teleport to the next room. There we are. So yeah, this is the platform, and the plan is to put it onto the arm there. But as you'll see, it's just a circular hole which I can't really get my arm in. But there's plenty of room at the bottom there, so why don't I cut some of the hole out? So if I put that down, you'll see what I've done. I've cut the bottom part of it up, into a keyhole shape. So now, when the Lazy Susan is connected on there, you can see the 4 mounting holes. That basically goes onto there like that. And then once, is that right? Yeah, that's right. And this will be the outside. So then I can get my arm in to operate the arm. You see, that's how it works, and the whole thing swivels like that. So that's the theory anyway. So I've cut the first one. I've got to cut the second one. Same shape, only reversed because it's the other side. And then this surface gets painted black, but I'm going to epoxy the arm, the upper arm, completely onto this, so it's be a solid piece. And then round the edge here, I can leave it silver if I like, because it is silver on Marvin, as you'll see in the pic. But I might put some chrome tape rather than getting a metal piece like I did with the neck. I'll just put a chrome tape all the way around and see how that goes. I've got plenty of chrome tape. So it's a Case of getting the old Dremel out and cutting. It's a bit rough, but I managed to cut all the way around within the lines, the red lines, so I've got something to glue it on. So that's kind of what I'm doing today. What was the other thing I was going to tell you about? Oh goodness me, so much happening. With Bloody Students, I'm looking at another 2 locations. I've looked at 2 so far. I've got another 2 to look at. I'm going to keep looking at locations to see if I can get a better deal, maybe a better place, you know, cheaper but just as good, that kind of thing. I've got my perfect place in mind, but it is expensive. So again, none of this can be done without help and contributions to the budget. I am throwing in as much money as I possibly can. I've always said that, and the reason I put the filming back to next autumn, is that hopefully in that time myself, I can get out on the road and do some conventions and that kind of malarkey, and raise some awareness. Now we have 2 events coming up. One of them is confirmed. That's Glaston Selfie, which is taking place at Cross Keys Rugby Club. I think it's a 2-dayer. I don't know if I'm there for 2 days, probably just a day, with the Bloody Students table and the mummy mask and probably the sarcophagus. That's the other thing I was going to tell you about. The other event is still a possibility, but that's going to take place outside of Wales, and hopefully we'll be doing the whole promotional Bloody Students thing there. Again, Bloody Students link in the description if you want to see what we're up to, and also if you're good enough to make a contribution to the budget, because like I say, I can't buy the masks and I can't keep going unless I've got cash coming in. And again, it's not that I'm relying on everyone else's cash. I've got a co-producer who's throwing in quite a lot of their money. I'm throwing in as much money as I can possibly spare in these very weird times. That said, with the cost of living stuff going up and the utility bills, etc., it is worrying me, because obviously I've got to live, I've got to pay the rent and bills and all this kind of stuff. And if it isn't possible to make the film just on a monetary budget, we have to put it off again. I don't want to do that, but I'm just saying, if it ever happens, you heard it here first. I'm going to try not to, actually. My family of sparrows are out there watching me because they think I've got bread for them. I do have bread for them, but they're not having it just yet because I've got to get out there and do some dremeling before it starts raining. It's a wee bit cloudy. Anyway, that's a 10-minuter for you. I do want to show you the sarcophagus. Stay right there. Actually, change of plan. Let's go into the other room because it's too big. I tried to carry it in here and it's like... let's go into the other room and I'll show you the unwrapping of the sarcophagus, okay? Okay, so we're out here in the living room. I put the top half only on the couch. Let's turn him around. I mean, it's light considering the size. It's the joy of 3D printing, y'all. If I stop talking for a second, clock is ticking, time is ticking. Okay, so let's do a quick unwrap of this so you can see what we're talking about. Unseen for thousands of minutes. Wow, this thing's a lot bigger than I thought. Even when you just unwrap it, you go, wow, that's big. Okay, so let's try and get a bit more off. First thing you'll notice is it looks like Lego because it's made of a load of different colours. There's some fluorescent green and some red and some grey and some white and some blue, which is fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So, see if we can stand him up. Wow, look at that. Isn't he gorgeous? Yes, I have mummy issues. I'm not going to unwrap much more of him because he's going to be in storage for a bit, but as you can see he's got big ears that are pierced, of course. There's a chin piece to come. I've got that in another bag. These are his hands, and there's going to be a crook and a flail that cross over. They connect to the chest. There's plenty of carved detail in there, some hieroglyphics down here, and the snakes up the top, the cobras, what a load of cobras. This is awesome. So as you can see, he's big. He's very big. He's 7 feet tall. Do you know what? I'm not being funny, but I don't know. The next ones could be a little bit smaller. I don't know. But anyway, let's see how we go with this. I'll turn him around. So as you can see, he's pretty much hollow on the inside. He's a patchwork quilt at the moment. Looks very Mondrian, but this will hopefully hide one of our actors, one of our very tall actors, who will be mummified. And it's beginning to fall apart. But what we've done, as you can see, just about see here, is some hexagonal blocks that they printed out. So much like Lego, he will slot back together, nicely registered together. So that is pretty awesome, and obviously I've got the bottom half as well, which is another 4 or 5 feet long. But that's awesome. So that's the let's get you upright a bit. So that's the wobbly. That's the sarcophagus. Oh, by the way, another quick look at the mummy. There's the mummy mask that I wore in. If you want to see me wearing this and unwrapping it for the first time, silicone rubber, really nice. Made by Bench Designs. This chap, if you look at last week's video, you'll see a video called What's in the Box. It's him. Okay. What else did I do? For the mummy itself, at least for the head, I've got this. I don't know if you can tell the colours right on there, but this is actually slightly greenish, but it's quite a wide, quite a very thin weave. I can actually see through that, but it's going to be great for bandages, which I'm going to wrap around the mask, so when we've got it on display it'll look a lot more like a mummy. As you can tell, I'm knackered. I've got lots to do today. I've got lots to do all week, in fact, but Tuesday I'm going to look at another location for the film, as I said, and I'll let you know how that goes. What's going on there? That's weird. Anyway, so I don't know when I'm going to do this. It's not a priority. As I said, if I'm not shooting till next autumn, I've got so much more that I want to do. Ah, there you go, Marvin's torso. Currently with his head on top. Holes, you see? So yeah, Marvin's torso sitting there, and I have to chop about 10 centimeters off the bottom to fit him on. So yeah, I'm pretty overwhelmed with everything at the moment, because I've got day job, I've got, you know, the day-to-day stuff of, you know, paying rent and bills and working and family issues and all sorts of stuff going on. There's a heck of a lot to do, and I haven't got enough time or money to do it all. So hey, stay tuned, subscribe and like. Sorry, that way, isn't it? Subscribe and like the button here to watch a man's life fall completely apart. That'll be fun. So yeah, I'm going to get that back in the living room. I'm going to get back outside. Shut up, traffic. I'm going to get back outside and do some more dremeling while the weather's dry, so I can get on with Marvin's stuff, assemble his arms, and we'll see how it goes from there. So anyway, thanks for watching. I know it's been a bit of a rush job, but hopefully it's not too long a video. Anyway, have fun, and I will see you next week for more of the same, hopefully. By the way, again, a reminder, if you do want the scratch-built Nerf Ship, the spaceship, let me know, because obviously I'm not giving it away for a fiver. It's a unique thing with, you know, many hours work into it, and it's made by Andy, and Andy needs to get paid, and the rest of the money we'll put into the bloody students' budget. So anyway, with that all said and done, take care now. Bye bye then.